Yeah, in a ghost, sitting low.
Okay, cool. So let's talk Dunno and how you guys got to where you are, which is one of the country's favorite songs right now. Take me through the whole process. So,
Yeah, actually, so that is number one on iTunes today. Yeah, so I guess I'll give you a little bit of backstory of how me and Zino work. It was actually most of the records that are actually out right now. It was never planned, or at least from our side, we never planned for it to be like that. So we work off each other, and I was in Joburg, and Zino was in Cape Town. And then where I had a bit of time, so I asked him to send me what we call FOPs, which are essentially project files for the beat. So I asked him to send me beats that he hadn't finished or couldn't finish, and he sent me like a bunch, like quite a bit. So that's literally how it happened. And it wasn't
I would normally send like 50 beats and stuff like that.
50.
Yeah.
Like in the span of a week. Yeah.
And it happens. Yeah, that's what's pretty dope about it. It's never a thing where we sit and we're like,
we don't plan. Like we really don't plan. Like, okay, this beat we're gonna keep it
to somebody.
Stogie, we're gonna give it to Nasty. It's just like we make beats and whoever wants it, they can get it. You know.
Yeah. So I was working on the beat, or I was running through beats with Nasty because I was staying with Nasty, and then I told him the beat is not finished when he heard it.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and then it's like, okay, can you touch it up and just loop it? Don't add too many things to it because I like it the way it is already. And I did, then I added a synth. I think you can hear it, the one that goes wee, wee, wee.
Yes.
The one that's going up and down, yeah. But initially, Nasty actually didn't like that synth. So he did the hook. Yeah, he did the hook. And he asked me to change it, but he asked me to send him the beat as well so he could finish writing. And I never actually got to it, to changing that synth. And I sent it to him. And at that time, it was only a hook. It seemed like just an idea. Because with Nasty, we have a lot of tracks like that, probably 15 to 20 unreleased tracks that maybe you will do a hook on it, or you can do a full song, but they don't get released, or they get released a little bit later. So I was back in Cape Town after lockdown, and then 2 days before, right?
Yeah, like I think 2 days before the release. Yeah.
2 days before the release, I got a message from Stogie saying he would like to speak to me about the release for a song that he did with Nasty C, and then he sent me, and I was so surprised. So surprised.
That's really cool though.
Yeah, so the first thing I called Zino, like, Zino, you won't believe it, man. I just got a message from Stogie, and then I sent him the screenshot. Because I've always wanted to actually shoot for Stogie for a while. I've been a big fan since To Me and the Volume. So when he messaged me, it was kind of unreal. So I messaged Zino, messaged my manager. I'm like, yo, this is pretty crazy. It's sort of like coming full circle. And then he sent me the mix. So I told him initially, Nasty did not like that synth, that sharp synth. But I think in the mix, the guys fixed it when they were mixing the actual song. And I guess that was it. And we were pretty excited. It was a pretty crazy moment for the both of us.
Yeah.
So cool. That is insane. How long ago was it when you first started working on the beat, and before it got into Nasty's hands? And what's the timeline?
Okay, I think I started that in 2017.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Beats felt like I have a lot of beats. So I group my beats in a year. So 2017, 2018. So I would probably have over 800 beats for the year for 2015. So there's a lot of unfinished stuff in each year. So he would normally come and say, I'll have this and that. And he loves taking stuff from 2014. I don't know. I'm like, this is a 2020 folder. He doesn't want to take the 2020 folder. He might even take that in 30.
Yeah. From what I've learned, what helps, I guess, working with this artist, right? It's hard to box them. I don't think there's a beat right now, any placement that we've had that
That
we've
was
been
made in this year.
in purple, yeah.
Wow,
And nothing was
guys.
made, yeah. And nothing was ever made with the intention of a specific artist. It was just created, and then an artist. So that's why I always try to tell him. I mean, for us, if you listen to the beat, it's almost like listening to your song over and over. It gets old and you stop liking it.
Yeah.
So that's usually what happens. So I just tell them like that, give everything and you let them, pick, because you never know. Even with just to divert a little bit, with SMA. SMA was made. The beat was made 3 or 4 years before the song was made,
and then
the,
4 years after
so
it
then,
was released.
Then it was
so a
released.
whole 8 years. I
Between,
think,
yeah.
So
About 6 to 8 years, between 6 to 8 years between the initial creation.
Yeah, and it's still like after all these years, it was still a big song, And I was hating on that song, honestly.
So, it happens. I mean, I think we're very thankful that a lot of, like I said, the placements have been organic. Really, it's been a matter of right place, right time, in the right room,
and a lot of patience as well.
And a lot of patience as
well. So how do you guys then find your sound? Because obviously there's a timelessness about it. If what you're telling me is true, you make beats 2017, 2014, whenever it is, and the songs only end up being released like 3, 4, 8 years later, but they're still very relevant. How do you guys get that right, and where do you draw from?
Oh, when it comes to me, normally I always try to stay ahead of my time, like do a lot of research on the culture, hip hop culture and stuff like that, the sounds and the trending things. I'm always trying to see what's next, and for me, I think that's how I stay relevant or ahead of my time. So yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. So with I try not to, like I said, whenever I get anything from Zino, I try not to box it, because like I said, for him sometimes a lot of it will get old a lot quicker. So I just grab everything. I'll be like, what do you have unfinished? Give it to me. And he'll be like, no, that's a whack beat, or that's a I don't like that. I'm just like, dude,
I still complain.
Yeah, you'll complain and nag. So honestly, there's no formula to it. There's no preconceived formula that we have. It's, I guess, staying true to ourselves and hoping somebody comes and vibes with that same vibe. And what helps, like I said, like Zino said, is that staying ahead of your trends, putting your touch to trends you don't know. For example, with drill, he's been doing drill, I think, since 2014, and I absolutely hated it.
I think he still does.
I hated it, and then 2020 comes and
Pop Smoke,
all of them, and Casper, and so that helps that he stays ahead of the time in terms of the initial creation. And I guess my part is to come and take that creations that he makes and put a touch to it, or make sure that actually it goes out, that he doesn't hold it and say it's whack or I don't like it, and he discards it, and then we miss a chance or an opportunity to actually have something placed with somebody who will be able to still find relevancy in the beat.